Hey everybody, I'm Mark, and welcome to the first episode of Life Outside the Studio.
Step in front of a runaway train, just to feel alive again. It's so far, so far away. It's so far away.
In this first episode, I'm really just going to talk about where I'm currently at with the van. I'm still waiting on a number of parts to come in for me to do the major work, put in the flares from Flarespace, windows from Turn Overland. I have my Max Air Max fan sitting in the garage. But before all that, I just wanted to kind of talk about some of the things that I've done to date. I'm hoping that a little bit of what I'm doing in a very real world way will translate to you guys so that it better prepares you guys to try to do the same thing. This isn't scary. It just takes a lot of research, patience, and sometimes the right tools to get it done. So hopefully whatever I've learned and whatever I've done wrong, I can pass that along to you guys so you can do it right in your build. All right, so what I have here is a 2012 Mercedes 2500. It has the 6-cylinder diesel in it. I was going for that foot-pounds of torque rather than the gas mileage. It's only has 40,000 miles on it, so I got pretty lucky with that. And the inside is in fairly good shape, so let's get started. All right, so what I'm working on today is these bolts right here, which hold down this floor. They require special bits that I ordered online last night. And even the molding has the special T-bits that's inside of it. I want to be careful when I'm taking those out. I've read online and I've seen videos where people have struggled with that, so I'm putting a lot of care for that. But I also want to keep these tie downs. I've seen some stuff online where folks were talking about they covered these up and they regretted doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and try to keep those. Here's the kits that I bought online, and I'll put a link in the section below for that. Some bits to help convert so that I can use these sockets right here. My impact driver, some hearing protection, and some decent work gloves.
Right here, right now, 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 right here.
So that took all of 2 minutes to do, and I watched all these videos online about how people struggle with taking them out, and I would like to personally apologize to everybody who didn't have an impact wrench or the proper T-bits to take those out. I even think I saw a couple that had to drill them out and then grind them down. Just so you know, it was a T45 that I used. Now it's time to take this floor up and see actually what kind of damage that we have here. Because they're cut so perfect, the only way that they would go out is through the side door. I tried to bring them out back this way. It just wouldn't happen. So, note to self, I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying it didn't happen for me. Out of all the research I've done, one of the interesting things that I found that I knew I had to tackle first was some water leakage that can happen within the van because of the side panels, the plastic clips that hold in the side panels. Even though there's a gasket on those, the moisture still gets behind them. It seeps into the van, and then you have water in your van. I don't want any water in the van because I plan to insulate the van, and I definitely don't want mold, trapped moisture behind the insulation so it starts to rust out the van, any of that. So the first thing I had to do was take off those side panels, wrestle with the clips, which is not easy, and then apply some caulking so that I could waterproof those and put them back on. And so there's a trick with these clips, and I just bought a cheap set of panel removal tools on Amazon, and these clips break and they're expensive. But there is a trick other than brute force when you're pulling them off. So what you want to do is you want to get behind the clip with the tool, and it kind of pinches the parts on the inside that are expanded that are holding onto the body. And so by doing that, you can pull it out, not break it, and you don't have to spend $4 a piece to get new clips. Now that I've siliconed all the panels and they're all put back on, I feel pretty confident. I did that yesterday. I went back out there, and some of the ones you can see from the inside of the van, I saw the caulking protruding through the hole that was on there. I was very happy about that. But ultimately, I plan to maybe put like a bed liner over the outside of the van. So this is kind of layer 1 for moisture protection, and then the bed liner will be layer 2 for moisture protection. And that's where we're at right now. I'm really just waiting to get my stuff from Flarespace, from Turn Overland, those big pieces in first, so that I can frame out the flares, I can frame out the windows, and then I can put in all my insulation. I really don't want to get ahead of myself. If there's one thing I learned from doing do-it-myself home repairs, is that if you don't do stuff in the right order, you can really get yourself in a bad spot. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. I will be putting out more videos there in the future. I promise there will be more action incorporated with those. Feel free to leave a comment. I will do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.